Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And fights him off. Being chased out left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A first carry down for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, look at 56. 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Watching that, Marty. Blue 90. Hot.
And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and 10.
Over. Gone. Here we go now. 319. Gone. 319.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now back to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talked about complimentary.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Detroit!
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Four down. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. The hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. And the first play will be a field goal try. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Leopard, gun! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Gun!
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He leads this one for Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. And Tate's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They're going to look to throw to Michelle on the dump off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
They'll set up a throw. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Over!
On 1st and goal, Howard. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 10-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. They've got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watching that Barney! Gun! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watching that Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for the out route, it's completed to Landry. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard.
Back to throw here. taken down. Jordan Willis in there to get him his second sack now in the afternoon. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arm saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is
Detroit,
3rd and long.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The first throw down for the backup, Nathan Peterman. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Time for a break. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He's back to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Here's Peterman. Going underneath for Gordon. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Throwing now is Peterman. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos for the pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. This is Howard on second down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Charles, I think when the schedule